For 43 years, Dr. Francis Tharpe instilled the value of hard work, continual learning, and serving one's community into her students. Dr. Tharpe served at Mountain View, she served at East Wilkes, but maybe it is her time at North Wilkes, where she taught home economics for nearly 27 years, that made Dr. Tharpe beloved and a teacher who could truly be called a mentor.
Francis is a person that is well respected, and when she talks, people listen, but when she talks, it's out of respect and out of knowledge.
She has this peace about her that is just profound to me. It's rare you see her without a smile. You cannot help but feel comforted and at peace yourself when you're in the company of Francis Tharpe.
Well, growing up in elementary school, she was actually my principal at Mountain View Elementary. She was there, and she retired while I was still a student at Mountain View. And now, as an educator myself within the Wilkes County school system, you know, I'm still every day or weekly reminded of the legacy that she left. 15 years out of the profession, she still has an impact on the people, but also the contributions that she continues to make. Our school system and individual schools are still benefiting from that.
She is one of those, thankfully, that considers education a calling. Her joy is in doing for others. I think she'll be doing that to the day she dies. I really do. And she looks for how she can do something good for somebody else.
I think Wilkes County means everything to Francis. She, of course, grew up here. She did her formal education, at Appalachia, but she always kept close roots to the county and came back. She always would say, I want to understand the youth. I want to stay involved with the youth and to see what's going on and how can she help them.
When you think of Wilkes County, I think of a place that offered itself for big businesses to grow and for individuals to be successful. So in return, I kind of view my grandmother a lot like that. She has offered herself as a support to those around her. She, again, just wants to see the best in others. But Wilkes County is also the place that offered her the opportunity to get into education. So, that means a lot to her.
She would look back on the places that she has been a teacher and a principal and a central office administrator and a board member and a community member and a church member, and all these people. You, I, anybody is a better person because we know Francis Tharpe.
If her time in the classroom was not enough, Dr. Tharpe also served on the Board of Education. Her retirement has been only in name. She has continued to make Wilkes County a better place. We welcome to the Wilkes County Hall of Fame, Dr. Francis Tharpe.
Well, I wrote an epistle here, but I'm not going to have to say anything. I think it's all been said. I did enjoy my family coming tonight, or I still am enjoying them being here, and some of the students that I taught, some of the people that I've worked with, and I really give my heartfelt thanks to all the people that I worked with that 43 years in the school system. I really didn't want to retire, but it was time to give someone else that position. And so I decided to give it up. Then in less than a year, I was back in. I was there when the middle schools were built, and I really wanted to see what it was like. So I did spend a little time at Central Middle School, and then was sent to school food services. So I guess if I added all that time in, I would have about 43 and a half years. But I really enjoyed every minute of it. I wanted to talk about some of the things that were brought out about working in the Hall of Fame board. The pollen has got my voice, but maybe I can go ahead with it. I think I moved the wrong mic. But anyway, I really enjoyed the 4 years that I worked in the board with the Hall of Fame. I worked on the grants committee, and it was fun to take those applications home during the month of December, and sometimes it got real close to Christmas, but that was as enjoyable in reading Christmas stories that way. So you knew we're going to be giving somebody something and that it would be a great help to them. So that's really all I ever wanted to do, was to be a help to my students, to the community, and to Wilkes County. On the Hall of Fame board, we would meet at 7:30, so you might come in sleepy, but there again, it was an interesting job. So I enjoyed all of that work. I'm going to have to look at my notes just a little bit to remember some of the things that I wanted to say. And I think I'll end with this. My middle name starts with G, and so giving also begins with G. And when I think of that being a part of my name, then I really want to give to others as much as I can. I have given lots of classroom teachers that write to Donors Choose. I have funded many of those for teachers. I like to give to the church. I like to give to civic activities. And I do give to our local fire department there. And actually, giving is the most important thing that anyone can do in their life. And I think I've heard that through almost every candidate that has spoken tonight. One thing I would like to say to David McNeil, David's grandmother taught me in 6th grade. I remember that well. She was a little short lady, probably now would come up to my shoulder. She always wore little spike heels, David, but she was a wonderful teacher. She inspired me to go right on. I also remember your dad, Gene McNeil. Gene came to Mountain View when I was a little girl. I would remember going out on the baseball field and seeing him there as an umpire. So then, back last November, when I went to buy a different car, I bought it at the McNeil Chevrolet Buick place here. So I feel like I've known David's family, and I'm glad that those pictures showed on the screen, because it meant a lot to me to look back and think of when I was in school from 6th grade on. The 43 years that I spent really seemed short, and there was times when I really missed being there. But then there are times when you have to give up what you like in order for someone else to enjoy. But I really would like to beg everybody to support the Hall of Fame. The money there that is given, donations, this dinner tonight that you paid a lot for, but that money goes back to the school system and is very important for teachers and for students to do exactly what they need to do and to meet their goals. So thank you to the person that nominated me, and thank you for the 3 that spoke for me. I really appreciate that. And thank you, Wilkes County, for all opportunities that are given to teachers and students. And I encourage you to go ahead and give the Hall of Fame. Let's be back here next year. Thank you so much.